Court is on the record in City of Pontiac versus Alex J. Cordero Jr., case number 24 TRD 185. On March 27th, 2024, almost 9 months ago, Mr. Cordero pled guilty and was convicted of driving under suspension, as well as expired plates. I sentenced Mr. Cordero to 180 days in jail, 175 days were suspended. I gave him a 5-day jail sentence with a report date in early September of 2024. I did indicate the defendant would not have to serve 5 days in jail if he became a valid licensed driver by August 30th, 2024. I also ordered the defendant to pay all of his fines and costs no later than April 22nd, 2024. The defendant indicated to the court that he would pay $200 that day. And I set the case for a review hearing in early September of 2024 to ensure that Mr. Cordero was in compliance. He was given a 5-day jail report date for September 2nd, 2024, and he scheduled a review hearing for September 5th, 2024.
This is Brecken's fault. Don't worry.
See the letter from Mr. Cordero.
It gets worse. Judge gets feisty. It's kind of fun.
28, 2024, which essentially indicated that the state of Arizona had a hold on his license and asked for an extension. So, upon consideration of the defendant's letter, the court did grant his request to obtain a light driver valid license, and I extended it until December 2nd, 2024. Essentially another 3-month extension. I did change the commitment from September 2nd, 2024, where I recalled that original commitment and issued a new commitment with a report date on December 3rd, 2024 at 9 a.m. with the condition the defendant would not have to serve if a valid driver's license was obtained by him on December 2nd. And the court scheduled a review hearing for today. The court was notified by the County City Jail that the defendant failed to appear for his December 3rd, 2024 jail report date. On that day, December 3rd, 2024, the defendant submitted another letter indicating that he has paid everything in full and need to complete the driver's test, but due to weather, he'd like an extension until December 9th.
Which is number one, wrong.
Denied Mr. Cordero's request, and having already scheduled a review hearing for today, December 9th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m., I thought we could address everything. And so Mr. Cordero is present. He is not represented by counsel. He is the only one in the courtroom other than my bailiff. Okay, Mr. Cordero, for the record, you haven't paid, let's see, what have you paid to the court? You did make a $200 payment on March 27th, 2024, but you did not make any further payments since that date, and you owe a balance of $476. Even though I gave you until April 22nd to pay it in full. So, tell me what's going on, Mr. Cordero.
Between the breathalyzer going towards Arizona, all the payments, I'm all caught up. I did went in and attend the permanent for driving. I have to schedule a thing, and with the weather being the way it was, my car, it didn't even make it out of my driveway. A part of this, all the other
What are you
payment,
holding up there? What is that?
it's the temporary permit,
When did you get that?
today.
I was gonna say, you were showing only a valid ID card only.
No, this is, I just obtained this today.
So you just passed the written test?
Yes,
Okay, that's what you did.
yeah, as part of
Why did
the,
it take you so long to take the written test?
I'm telling the truth, work. I've been going towards management now. And, it, just bills and everything, it's been a struggle out there.
So when did you resolve everything in Arizona?
About a month and a half ago, I finally got them off my back and everything. The only thing I have to keep up with them is the breathalyzer, which I'm keeping up with them every month. And, just comply with what's here.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by breathalyzer. So do you have a continuous alcohol monitor at home?
In my car.
You don't have a license.
That was the only way I could get it in a car, was for me to be able to get my license here. I had to jump through hoops, and there's a breathalyzer in the car that I pay for it monthly for recalibration and everything out of Ashtabula. I'm still paying them. I have to have it for a year, till August of next year. I still have to have it.
In a car that you're not allowed to drive?
Yeah, that's the only way they would release my license for me to get my license here. So I've been going through hoops, paying everything, and the $400, I could make another payment today of another $200. And on the 22nd is my next paycheck. I could remain the remainder, but I honestly thought I was caught up with all my bills since I was able to acquire this paper today.
Caught up with what bills?
With all of,
Including this court?
no, not this one. For like the reinstatement fee, I had to get in a payment plan with them, which was a $500 and something base payment plan. I had to get the SR-22, which I already got the SR-22 here. I have to pay for that monthly, and just with the breathalyzer and everything, but to this court, I thought I could make the payments. I mean, the money ain't the problem. I could make a $200 payment today. Just that I'm trying to get my license, and within all the hoops that I have to jump with everything, I'm finally getting there. It's closer. It's just with the conditions of weather and everything.
Well, you didn't show up for your jail report date.
I showed up here. I came here and talked to the ladies up front, and they told me to call them the following day, which I called on the 4th, and they told me that you were going to explain to me everything that I was going to have to do.
Oh, man, I gotta get
I've
together.
already put on the record, I ordered you to 5 days in jail. I gave you original jail report date for early September. At your request, I extended that without a hearing, I might add. Based on your letter, I extended that to December 2nd. So what is not clear about that?
I mean, I came here to turn myself in.
Okay, well, that's not what is explained to me. You came here to give me a letter.
No, I was here and I asked the lady, like, do you want me to turn myself in right now? And she told me that you were going to explain it to me today. Everything. So, I mean, if I have to go to jail for the 5 days, there's no other way around it. I'll go to jail, you know? Like, that's not a problem with me. I just need to let my job know right now that I'm going to be going to jail today, and that's it, you know? But
He's available
I
for
mean,
jail.
It's not like if I'm not trying to get my license. I'm trying to get my license. It's just that the weather, we all got snowed in.
We just had weather for the last week. We've had great weather. We've had awesome weather, except for the last week.
Yeah, but
You can't blame everything on the weather that just
blaming-
happened a week ago.
I'm not blaming everything on the weather. I still have to get a device hooked up car and everything from Arizona, a car that is not even under my name. I have to jump through hoops just to be able to get this piece of paper. And
You said you've jumped through the hoops and you've had a month and a half where Arizona has cleared you. So you've had a month and a half to do some things and you haven't done anything because you're too busy at work. That's what I heard you say.
I'm paying all the bills that I have to pay to get this to release me. It's not like if I'm sitting on cash or anything. I have to pay them. I have to pay a lot of people. I still owe $400 to this court. Like that's so many bills coming in from different places that I'm trying to cover everything. I mean, it's not like if I'm coming here with you with empty hand, like if I'm not trying, I'm trying. I came to turn myself in. They told me to give them a call the next day. So I did. They told me that you would explain it today to me. And if I need to go to jail today, I'll go to jail. It's not a problem, but it's.
Yeah, Mr. Cordero, I ordered you to become valid. That's the whole goal here. And while you have taken steps to become valid, obviously you haven't done that in the last 7 months. Or no, I'm sorry, 9 months, almost 9 months.
All right, I couldn't get this thing to stop, but I think he said I didn't come here with an empty hat. The expression I think he was looking for is hat in hand, but I'm not sure. It's just fun.
So you've passed you got your temporary permit today. So when are you going to become valid, Mr. Cordero?
As soon as I can get my car up there to go get tested. And what is it? Today they told me that they can't even do the test in Ashtabula. I have to go to Jefferson to go and do it.
So you haven't scheduled anything?
I'm waiting for today because if I go to jail today, there's no
Do you not want to become valid?
I do. I'm going through hoops. I'm jumping through hoops and all this stuff to become.
So if I let you serve 5 days in jail today, you don't care about getting valid then?
No, I do care about getting valid, but I know that I wasn't here. I came to turn myself in. They told me something else.
Bring Angeline in here.
Anxiety leads to constipation.
Get ready. We're going to have some of this.
If you didn't know, y'all stink. Okay, that's just my opinion.
Courtroom. This is Angelina Vasquez. Ms. Vasquez, Mr. Cordero is telling me that he turned himself in to report to jail to the court on December 3rd, and you guys basically told him to turn him away. Is that what happened?
Did I give you guys the piece of paper and you guys told me that to call tomorrow around 1:30 or something, 12:30, and I called on the 4th over here, and you guys told me that.
Wait a minute, that's different, Mr. Cordero, than what you just told me.
No,
Wait a minute, be quiet. You told me you showed up on the day you were supposed to report to jail, and the clerk of courts turned you away. Now you're telling her that you actually gave something in writing to her, and that they would let you know what the judge would do after you turned something in writing to them.
Yes.
So tell me what's the truth. Did you show up and turn yourself in, or did you come here and deliver a letter?
I showed up to do both, to turn myself in and to give him a letter to ask for.
Ms. Vasquez, did he tell you he's turning himself in?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Why would I show up to court and not turn myself in? Like, I don't.
Because you turn yourself into the jail. That's what the commitment says. You don't turn yourself into the court. You turn yourself into the jail. And the only reason you come to court is to ask for another extension, which is what your letter essentially does. Thank you, Ms. Vasquez. You're excused. You know, when people call my clerks out, I'll bring them in.
That's what happened. I don't,
Mr. Cordero, you're full of it. Absolutely full of it. Now tell me today at this point when you're going to become valid. Because that's the whole goal here, is you're going to become a valid licensed driver. Because right now, you have a licensed ignition interlock, a monitor in your vehicle, or a vehicle that you're using that apparently you're still driving. Don't tell me that. Don't answer that question. When you don't have a license to drive. So tell me, Mr. Cordero, just so you don't get cited again and get another violation, whether it be in this court or anywhere else, when will you become a valid licensed driver?
whenever I can make an appointment, I could get it. If I could make the appointment for today, I could go today. But I still have to be at work at 3 today. So I could take a day off today or tomorrow. As soon as they could give me the appointment, I could go and get valid.
Well, you got to pass the test. Last chance. Is there an odor? You know, I can't smell very well because of my nasal issues, but man, I can smell marijuana in this courtroom. And my young bailiff, whose nasal passages are clear, he just told me that he can smell it too. So you show up in the courtroom with this massive odor of pot. I don't care if it's illegal or not.
I don't know. I just took a shower.
Whatever, Mr. Cordero. I've been doing this thing for 36 years. You think I'm stupid? You think I was born yesterday? You certainly are acting like it. And yet, I'm going to give you another break. Okay, I will recall the jail commitment, 5-day jail commitment. For December 3rd. I'll grant an extension. Until January 10th, 2025. We'll give you a new jail commitment. Actually, we'll schedule a review hearing on January 13th. And we'll have a jail commitment for that same day. You got essentially a little bit more than 30 days to become valid. And if you can't become valid by then, and I'll give you until that deadline to pay all fines and costs as well. You got another $200 to pay today. You just told me you did, so might as well pay toward it today. But you'll have until January 13th to pay it all in full. If you're not valid by then, just bring your clothes. You're going to spend 5 days in jail. You have any questions, Mr. Cordero?